Hello, this is a punk rock idiot's guide to hiking and or getting lost with John Jughead Pearson here. This is my first one that I'll do a collection of these. Well, let's just get right into it. I don't think I'm going to give you much introduction to where I was because I didn't know where I was half the time. So let us continue on with my hike.
Hey, this is John here. I'm on my first hike back in Japan. Just got a bug in my mouth. This one is in Nara. I forgot the name of it. I'll try to remember when I get to the top, but I have headphones on and my glasses because the bugs are everywhere. They keep on swarming in my mouth, my singular mouth, in my ears. It's driving me a little crazy, but it's not a big hike. It's a small one, but those bugs are crazy around this time of year. It's around September 11th. Ooh, September 11th. So I'm going to continue hiking. Most of this path so far is not that interesting. I had to walk through some of the outer suburbs of this area, which I will get the name later. I got off at the Shisanguchi stop, and there's a cable car that you could take up. So if you get at the Shisanguchi station, don't get out of the station like I did. But I usually like to walk up anyway. If you're into hiking, that's always the best for me, is to hike up, and if they have the cable cars, take it down. But if it's more about just straight sightseeing, the cable cars are usually pretty interesting. I'll probably take it on the way down, so I'll know. But this is pretty much all this hike looks like so far, is lots of bugs, and you can't really see outside, can't see the Osaka city. I think at the top you get a really good view, but the walk up about 45 minutes so far isn't really that interesting. So I'm going to keep on going up this way. I went off to the side of the road a little bit. There's a sign back there that I'll walk back to. But, you know, sometimes they have views here, but it looks like in the month of September, all you have is these benches that overlook a little bit of nothing, unless you like, you know, some of this nature stuff if you hadn't had enough. But you get kind of used to all this around here. But there's some benches right there. Sorry, I just walked into a web. Probably have a spider on me. Got to watch out for those. They've got spider webs all over here. Yep, look, there's one right up here, right big. I thought it was right across the whole section. There it is, but it's not. So I'm going to walk back here and show you the sign, and then continue walking up the other way. So obviously this was nothing to see really. Here's the sign right there. That was the sign, and this is where I came from. This is where I'm going to continue going. That long bit of kanji there. So there it is. Another thing to remember is on these paths, the ones that actually get some use out of them. This one has a lot of grass and weeds growing, so I don't know how often they actually come and trim it. But you always know you're on the right path. Occasionally you'll see these little steps right here. And those are actually good markers that you're on the right way. Usually, you know, you can see a little bit of a path here. And occasionally you'll see, I just passed a little sign. They're usually in kanji, so you don't always know. You just sort of follow the arrows and trust. Look for, like on this one, you look for the kanji for a mountain, which is Yama. I'll show you that later. But see, there's little steps occasionally that you remember. Sometimes it gets really overrun with weeds and you're not sure. But a lot of it is just about gaining confidence and security with where you're going and making lots of mistakes. See, look, there's some more steps. All right, these bugs are killing me. I'm gonna turn this. Okay, I just made it to a little point here. I think it's been about an hour and a half. Only not long hike. It looks like, see, there's boulders here, and then there's a bridge up there. I might be at the end of it. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Yep, there's flat ground here after the walk here. I don't think I'm technically to the top yet, but here's that bridge, and there's that area we were before. Here's the sign that I have no idea. Where is it? Can you see it? There it is. It's hard to guide this thing. There we go. There's a sign there. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to keep walking down this path. Well, I think I just went about 2 minutes down the wrong way. It seems to be going down the hill. Maybe there's a better path that I took if you want to take a clear one. This is a pretty clear path. We'll find out. I'm going to go back to the bridge, which will be up this way. So let's see what happens if I get to that bridge and decide to go the other way. Yes, I think that the other way is correct, because there's this pole right here now in this direction. So if you go a few minutes in the wrong direction, you will make sure you see this on your right side. There it is. Well, I got to this sign over here, after this little area here that has a pass, and I was like, oh, I think I got it, and then I tried to record video, but I recorded my pocket instead prior to the video. So then I went down this path here, because I didn't want to go up this scary path right there. And then I remembered as I was walking and I hit this expressway, so I'm not too far from civilization, that the Takayasuyama is the cable car station at the top of the mountain. So I'm now going to follow that path back to where we were before. It was the Shisanguchi? Shisanguchi. I just got back to Japan. Can't remember these words. But that was the station that I got off at, that I accidentally got out of the station instead of getting on the cable car, which was kind of nice because I wanted to take a walk up. But it turned out that I took not the main road path. I took some, probably some, Japanese hiking area, because there weren't any poles. As you can see, this is a lot more traveled. And, there's a piece of wood down the middle of it. So I'm going to walk down this and see what happens. Back to that bridge, probably. Oh yeah, this path is way more... oh, look, there's a little bit of view coming up. I don't know if you could see that. This might be too bright over there. But coming down to this area, look, there's actually some civilization going on over here. Whoa! Oh, there's some view over there. Whoa. There's the goddamn city. Oh my god. Look at that. Can you see that area over there? Wow. It's pretty. Oh, let's see if you can get a little of that there. So, okay. I'm gonna go down this path here and maybe take some pictures. Okay, it seems the last train is at 6:10 back down, I think. We'll figure that out later. But there's this nice little step over here, and I just said hello to these nice people down over there. It's still before the sun is down, so you say konnichiwa. In the morning you can say ohayo gozaimasu. So I'm going up to this little pagoda, a little area here to overlook the city, I think. It's a little cloudy. Oh, look at that little wavy thing there. Can't really see the city too well because the grass is so high. Oh, it's pretty though. Some mountains. Nice. Following this path down after the view, it wasn't actually that great of a view. It was hard to take a picture of because the city is so far away. It's kind of it's sublime in some ways because it's so high up, and but the city is sort of overcast today. So I'm taking this path downwards. I take the chance of missing the last cable car, if the last cable car is 6:10. I'm not very good at... Oh, it's just leading me right back down to the train area. But these trees, oh my god, trees in Japan are beautiful. It's just oceans and oceans of trees. To mix my metaphors. There we go. That's not even mixed metaphors. They're just two different things that are of nature. Trees and oceans. Bugs on my arm. Bugs on my arm. Where are you? Go away. Walking down this cement path. Don't know where it's going, but as you can see, the sun is still shining bright. Kind of really nice. It's a nice concrete path winding through these trees, going downwards. Oh, and look at this sign. That's a really mean can. I'm gonna screw up your environment because I don't believe in... I can't even think of it. There we go. I'm gonna screw up your environment. So here's a little viewing area. We'll go up this little path here and see what's up. Oh, I think you can, oh yeah, you can climb these little stairs up this little thing here. Well, you can sit down here amongst all the muck and dirt and go up these stairs here. Spiders, of course. Oh, you know, nature is beautiful and all, but sometimes nature gets in the way of seeing other nature. There's nothing to see up here. Interesting. All right, go back down. Oh, this path leads to a graveyard, at least a graveyard. Looks like other things too. Some buildings. Aluminum, tin maybe. There's another path down. Oh, graveyard, shut down. Oh, here's a path. Go up here. What is this? Oh, it's an area to sit. Huh. Oh. Oh, I am in a graveyard. Okay. Oh, and I just walked through a web again. So, this is kind of cool. Oh, geez, it's right on the edge of the beautiful city here. Wow. Oh, it's a big graveyard on the edge of the city. Top of the mountain. Wow. Wow, amazing. This is pretty cool. Wasn't really expecting this. I love graveyards. Oh my god, this is pretty intense. Oh, sorry, you can't even see what I'm seeing. It's hard to get the perspective from up here. Wow, just like tons of graveyards all down the side of this mountain here. I might take the walking down path side of this, maybe take some pictures here. One thing wrong about being a late getter-upper like I am is that I'd like to take a little bit more chances on these hikes I go on, but I always feel like I have to get out before it gets dark, whereas if I would start early, like at 6 or 7 a.m. instead of 1 or 2 p.m., I could chance getting lost more. So I'm going to try to change my schedule more, because this place is just awesome. And I don't know if wow, look at this. I thought I was out of the graveyard and I'm back into it again. I think it's just a big circle. I thought this might be a path down, but it's not. It's just look at that, a path around this huge graveyard here. So I'm going to try to get back to the station by 6:10 p.m., which is in about 15 minutes. So I'll meet you back there. Okay, this was the path I was obviously meant to be on, probably coming all the way up. There are more views of the city. Can't really see with this this iPhone, but there's the city views over there. And of course, this is a more well-worn path. So obviously I didn't make the cable car, but I'm not going to pray, I'm not even going to hope, but let's make sure, John, that this is the way down the mountain. It looks like it is. This is a really well-worn path. Even if it got dark, I think I'd be okay. Oh, it's getting dark over there. All right, wish me luck. Okay, as you see, it's getting a little dark, but not that dark, but at least I found the path, so I think I'm okay. But right now you can see I got my glasses caught in my hair, and the bugs are flying in my ears. And I just called Ben to tell him that I wasn't going to make it to dinner. One bug just flew right in my ear. I'm going to try to get this off without pulling out my hair, because you know, I have less than I used to. So I'm going to have to maybe eventually put this phone down. Yeah, this is really caught in there well. And it's getting dark. But I think I'm fine. I think I know I'm going to make it back. Ow! Okay. Oh, there we go. Got it out. I'm okay. Look at my hair. Yay. I think I'll put my glasses back on now. Oh, no, they're all foggy. All right, so I think I'm going to be safe. Hopefully the next stop will be at the station at the bottom of the mountain. So, bye. It's only 6:14. You know, it's starting to get a little dark and the chirping is going on, but I wanted to show you this cool, I think it's probably construction workers working on the mountain stuff here. It's really cool. Just in the middle of nowhere here, this path. There's a couple cars I saw. I thought it might have been down at the bottom of the mountain, but obviously I still have more to go down that path. I just want to show you this. It's pretty cool. So this is what you get when you travel with me. I never know where I am or where I'm going to end up, but in general, you know, wherever you are, wherever you go, there you are. So you can always make it home until you don't, I guess. But this is, we're turning into a street now, and the city looks beautiful with this sky. You know, this the elevation above the Osaka is still pretty high here. And these walls are so, I love these Japanese brick walls out here. There's a nice little view of the city at night. All right, we're in some, you know, village area now, so I'm good to go. See, you're probably supposed to go through this big tori, they call them, tori or tori, T-O-R-I. They're in front of temples usually, but maybe I should learn that. This is not a history lesson. This is just a getting lost in Japan lesson. But you're probably supposed to walk through that, and that's how you know that you're going to the top of the mountain.
Well, thank you for watching that. That was my first trip in Japan since I got back. This is my fourth time working at Universal Studios in Osaka. Maybe I'm going to do a couple more of these videos. I really need to get out of town on my days off, so I like hiking. And I'm sorry for the very shaky iPhone camera, but I'll try to get better than that. And then maybe I'll do it horizontal, because I think you're supposed to do it for the longer shots. And a lot of this area in Japan is really beautiful, so I'd like to try to maybe get better at that. A few things I want to clarify, because like I said, I'm sort of an idiot when I travel. I don't always know what I'm doing, and I don't always listen to the explanations of what you're supposed to do, because I kind of like getting lost and fumbling about. So the place I was is actually called Takayasuyama. So it's Takayasuyama. Let me make sure that's right. Yes, Takayasuyama. And that was the last train station. The cable takes you to the top of the mountain there. And the stop that I was actually at before that, I almost got, but it was close, it's Shigisan-guchi. Shigisan-guchi station. That's where you get into the station from you're traveling from like downtown Osaka, and you don't actually leave the station. The cable station is right in that area. You just have to look to your left, and that's how you get up to the top of the mountain. And I missed that, of course, so I walked up this strange, probably local Japanese path. But I like this stuff. That's probably why there were so much bugs around. Also, I mentioned the idea of the tori, the Tori. Some people say tori. Some people say there's the sound in Japanese, which is, it looks like RI, but it actually sometimes sounds like an L, sometimes a D, and a little bit like an R. So you'll hear it pronounced like tori, tori, or tori. But they never outright use an R like tori. So the tories is a traditional Japanese gate most commonly found at the entrance or within a Shinto shrine. So I was close. Sometimes are the temples. It's the Shinto part of the Japanese religion. They've sort of combined and also keep separate in ways the Buddhist religion and the Shinto religion. The Shinto is pure to Japan, whereas the Buddhist religion was imported. The other thing I want to say is I did get a little bit more lost after the Tori. Actually, right before that. No, it's right after that. Yeah, I did get lost a little bit more, and I was on this really busy single-car street. And the Japanese in these villages, and even in their big cities, sometimes don't leave much space to walk. So it was kind of scary. And then there's this woman coming up on a bicycle, a jitencha. That's what they're called, a bicycle, jitencha. And I was like, sumimasen, which means excuse me or sorry. Sumimasen. And she was like, no. She didn't want to talk to any American. But I was like, no, train wa doko desu ka? And she's like, no. She's waiting for the cars to stop going, and she was obviously upset. And I was like, oh, and I remembered the word eki. So, eki wa doko desu ka? So that's train. I thought it was either train or station, and doko desu ka is where is. So she's like, oh, eki. She just pointed and she's like, leave me alone. And I said, arigato. And she just zoomed off into the traffic. So I started running the other way. But I was a little bit unsure I was still going the right way. And it was dark by this time. So I saw this little hut. And I looked in, and in a corner in the way back. And there's like all this wood and all around. I don't know. It was like a tool sort of shop, shed this guy worked at. And he's just sitting in the corner, about 70 years old. And he's, with his chopsticks, he's eating his ramen. And I peek in, I go, sumimasen! And he looks up, and the ramen starts dripping out of his mouth, and he goes, oh! And then he just like jumped up, almost knocked his stuff over, and ran over up to the door, like really excited. And I said, eki wa doko desu ka? And he goes, oh, eki onji. Eki no onji. And I didn't know what he was saying. I'm still not sure if that's exactly right, but I just went, hai! Which means yes, because he was trying to help me. So even if it was wrong, I still wanted to acknowledge that he was trying to help me. He goes, hidari, hidari. And he was really excited, and that hidari means left. So I started going, hidari, hidari. And then he's pointing, and I'm pointing, and I said, arigato. And he goes, hidari. So I started running because I sort of adopted his energy. So I was running, and then I jumped up in the air and went, hidari, hidari, as I was turning the left corner, and he yelled back at me, hidari, like over my shoulder. And I said, arigato gozaimasu. And he was, arigato gozaimasu. So that was a pretty great interaction. So that was that. I made it home. And I hope to be doing some more of these and probably get better at it. So this is John signing off for the Punk Rock Idiot's Guide to Hiking and or Getting Lost, my first episode. Thank you, and good day.